Hello and welcome back. My name is Evenlease and today we're taking a look at Engineering 4.5 and what it's like to solo a medium ship. Today we're taking a look at the Freelancer Max, as this is a fantastic vessel. It does have its components pass as well as an engineering terminal, so we're loading it up with cargo, and the first example will be what it's like to do this with no conflict. Basically, any ship in the game will still be soloable as long as you run into no conflict or no damaging aspects to your ship. So the first thing I'm doing on my journey right now is disabling any weapons that I don't have control over as the pilot to give me as much power as possible to use on other systems. I'm checking everything on board to make sure everything is good to go. I've added a few extra components on my ship, as you saw in some earlier scenes, just in case anything goes wrong. So let's go ahead and start our journey. As you can see, it was pretty straightforward, and that's gonna be how it is 90% of the time, as long as you're avoiding combat in a big ship without any sort of crew. It's pretty simple and is pretty easy to do if you're out there doing mining, salvage, cargo transport, or if you're just running out there and doing bunkers. As long as you stay away from being attacked, you'll be perfectly okay in whatever ship you decide to use. As you saw, I was looking through my components, and through that whole journey, no wear and tear occurred, the health was perfect, no issues at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at another circumstance. Right here, right now, loading it up again, and then we're gonna see what happens. So we're on our journey, and we've come out of quantum travel to be surprised by a ship right in front of us. We have options here. We target it and we see this is a fighter. So do we fight? Do we engage? No, we're gonna decide not to. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thought process. We don't wanna fight. We're transporting cargo. What should we do? Maybe we jump to this OM point. Maybe we get out to safety. Well, our cargo drop off isn't over there. We have to be over here. So no, we're gonna go ahead and just fly by, hoping that this ship is friendly. Is it going to be friendly? Who knows, but now you got to take that risk. These are the options that you're going to be presented with a lot of the times out there in the verse. So when you make that pass thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to be fine, I have my shields going up, now you start getting attacked, what do? You have to figure it out. Your cargo drop off is here, it's on planet, it's down below. You just want to get this mission done, avoid the fire. You have a couple options here. You can turn around and try to fight this craft, but an anvil arrow will definitely outmaneuver you and potentially outgun you if they stay on your back. You're solo, remember? So let's go ahead and charge up that quantum drive. We need to get out of here as soon as possible and take a look at our damage. So that's what we're gonna do. We've spooled it up. We're ready to jump. Let's go ahead and punch it. Once we punch it and we're out of here, we know we're in a safe area, which, by the way, make sure you don't just jump to an OM point. Choose a planet, jump to it, and then cut that quantum travel while you're halfway there by either pressing the quantum button again on your mouse, hitting B, or just powering down your whole system altogether using U. Once you're done and you're in a safe area, go to your engineer terminal and see the damage. Thankfully, it was nothing too critical. We lost all of our armor, our whole structure integrity is down a little bit, but all of our components are mostly okay and easy to repair. No fires, no critical destruction of anything, so let's go ahead and get to work on repairing our ship and getting back out there to drop off our cargo. Now that we've finished our repairs, or at least mostly finished them, we're good to get back on the road, and so let's close up a few of these doors and hopefully go deliver our cargo. Now before we do that, we were pretty grateful that we had a multi-tool with the Cambio SRT attachment, allowing us to repair and take care of the ship's hull, but we gotta get onto the terminal really quick and make sure if there's anything else that truly needs the repairs right here and right now. Obviously, there are a few more components that have a little bit of damage, but it's not too much of a concern. My back door seems to be stuck open, so I can't shut that, but at least with that, we don't have to worry about fire for now. But let's take a look at another situation where you're not as lucky if you didn't leave when you should have, and maybe you turned to fight. Let's say you decided to fight that arrow or just continue flying while taking damage. Before it was just a health pool, but now you actually have to worry about much more. Your component health as well as a potential fire. And if that breaks out, you have to jump away as quick as possible away from that combat zone and get on top of that fire as soon as possible. Because the number one and most important thing is that fire can spread, and it can spread very quick, and it can damage your power generators. Your power generators, if they hit a 0 point, will go critical and cause your entire ship to explode after a certain amount of time. Right now with CIG, they do have that time at a very small amount, and hopefully they'll modify that to be something longer in the future. Because I'm telling you right now, 30 or 60 seconds, it's hardly enough time to get out of some of your chairs, let alone get to a fire, take it out, and as well as repairing your power plant. But once you have that fire under somewhat control, take a look at your power plants, make sure you're good to go, and then get back onto that fire. At the very worst case, while you're putting this fire out, you have to think to yourselves, is there another way to combat this? Well, there is. You're freaking out. Oh my gosh, what do I do? Open the door. Open the door to space if you're in a safe area and let that fire vent. This will be the easiest way to take care of that fire if possible, but you have to make sure you're in a very safe area. If you're not in a safe area, you risk getting boarded found by an enemy combatant. But now the fire's out and you should be good to go. This is a pretty tough lesson out there that yes, you can fly medium, large, extra large ships out there with just yourself, but you have to avoid combat as much as possible or you risk having that fire, having that component damage, and you must make a decision on how to handle that. Start thinking about it now and how you would handle these decisions because it's coming soon. And the last thing is, if you can't take care of the fire or your component's about to explode, get it out of your ship as soon as you can, because if you don't, you go out with it. See you in the next one. If you're building a new PC, go through longshipindustries.com, a veteran-owned mom-and-pop business that takes pride in every single build. He built my personal rig, which you can actually see featured on the website. The care, warranty, and customer support are top tier. Trust Longship Industries for your next build.